frickin' crap.
Holy crap.
And welcome to the third podcast.
That's podcast number 3, Mac, where I'm from. The third Mack cast.
That's right, and we got a good one for you fans and for you ladies out there.
Especially the ladies, Mac.
And because on this podcast, but
we're bringing you the most eligible bachelor that we know.
That's right. He has sweet long sideburns that nicely poofed out for you ladies.
He loves it when you poof him, or whatever I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Trevor Cabral here with us today on podcast number 3. Some of you may be asking, who the hell's Trevor Cabral? Mac, explain to how they would know this man.
Trevor Cabral is a longtime friend of ours. He's done many things for the Monster Mack show. He's been an extra. He also does a referent job for WCW and Showcase Pro Wrestling. He's our merch guy. He's all kinds of things. He's the ride guy.
He's a camera guy.
He's a buddy, and he's done all kinds
Trevor's
of things.
just the
for the
guy
Monster
guy.
Mack show.
He's my bad guy.
But my main question is, where is trainee number 9?
Trainee number 9 he's in surgery right now.
Oh, yeah, because of the beatdown that happened. He was in the wheelchair, and that didn't go so well for him, trainee number 1.
No, it did not. But we'll get to more detail about that later, Mac. Let's let Trevor talk a little bit. Trevor, say hi to the fans.
Well, what's up, fellas? Everybody listening? What's going on, guys? You know,
Just fellas. See, you notice Mac, he went straight to the ladies first. You went straight to... What happened there, Trevor? What's going on?
I guess that was a blooper on my part. I promise you, ladies, I'm complete heterosexual.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
And actually, my sideburns are nicely groomed right now. They're not as poofed as you described them. You know, I gotta try to keep the mic to my face. You know, it's a bad habit.
You know, no wonder why you're a bachelor. We're trying to hook you up over here, but we got all kinds of good stuff. We're gonna go straight into some Mac news. What's been happening?
Mac?
We are, in
we
fact,
are.
trainee. What's been happening lately?
You tell me, man. We just put out a sweet new Christmas episode that came out pretty darn good.
Yes, it has, and it's been the Christmas season.
T-Pants, you're in that episode very shortly.
Oh, I am.
You refuse some toys? Don't worry, folks. We're going to get into some Trevor stories in a little bit, and we got some funny Trevor stories. But right now, we're just going to try to bang out some of that Mac news to get to you. And by the way, Mac, I want to let people know that this podcast is sponsored by MonsterMack.net. That's right. We're sponsoring ourselves. What's up?
Absolutely. The MonsterMack.net guys, they really put out the funding for us to do this podcast.
Right.
And we appreciate that. Thanks, guys.
And when he says the MonsterMack.net guys, he means us. We paid for everything ourselves.
So, Trevor Cabral in the Mac studio in Normandy, France, coming live to you fans. We took the trip down back to Normandy, France for this one.
Monster Mac, you are lying to people
What?
very viciously. We are not in France at all. Trevor,
My car can make the drive.
I don't think it can. Your car can barely make it to the Woonsocket shows. I'm saying right now, Mac, you're lying. We're at Trevor's house. We're not in his bedroom this time like podcast number 1.
We are, in fact, in the living room.
We're in the living room. We got, what is this?
We're watching Raw.
Rock Bottom 98? Anybody? 98. Yeah, we're watching Rock Bottom 98 in the background. We got that going on. But we just we felt like it's podcast time, you know? Let's bang this out. Why not?
Absolutely. And we've, in fact, been the Showcase Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and we successfully defended...
Against who, Mac?
Against...
The Los Diablos.
Los Diablos, Firestorm, and I don't know the other guy's name. I couldn't pronounce it, to tell you the truth.
Right, we don't speak Spanish.
Like, I just couldn't. I tried.
Making their big debut in Showcase as a tag team. We just beat them down so emotionally and physically that they left the match.
Like
Within 5 minutes. Within the first 5 minutes, they were done. They were out of there.
I'd rather get counted out than getting pinned by you, personally. That's
yeah, that's what it was. He didn't want me to pin him.
Because that's eventually what would have happened. Because we successfully defended our belts.
We cut a little promo, let people know
what was
Screw
going
all
on.
y'all. Not the fans, but all the wrestlers. Mark David and Nick Knight,
not personally screw them. Like,
All right, well, not personally
so
screw them.
You can take screw in so many different ways.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
yeah, that might be taking
That's
it the
not
wrong
what
way.
we're trying to say to
We're
you
not
guys.
we're not
We're
trying
just
to
trying
say
to say
that.
that we're out there, Mack Attacks, live and in action, and we're not going to take any crap from anyone. We're the champions, and we're going to successfully defend them belts.
That's
I had trouble with
exactly
that word.
that's exactly what I meant when I said screw all y'all.
Yeah, that's
That's
I
what
didn't
I
want
meant.
them to think
Yeah,
in
you
the
were just
butts,
you were just
like,
clearing.
like
No,
butt
no,
play
no,
and
no.
stuff like that.
That's not
People
what I was
take
saying
that
at
the
all.
wrong way, Trini. You never
All right,
know.
maybe, dude. I
Trevor,
don't.
what do you say when someone says screw y'all? Do you
Speaking
think
of
about
butt play, let's talk to Trevor. I'm just joking.
Oh boy, of all the things to talk about, yeah, on the podcast. I guess I don't have a comment.
No comment. All
That's
right.
a good thing. That is a plus.
Yeah, Trevor is,
ladies,
pleading the
ladies
fifth.
out there,
Pleading
Trevor
the
does
fifth.
not like butt play, and if he does, he keeps it a secret. So
Yeah,
no big
so that's
deal,
not bad,
you know what I
right?
mean?
He could be telling. He's too
So
gentlemanly.
That's
He's too
not
gentlemanly.
not too bad. But like,
All right,
let's talk about.
We're going
Trevor
to talk
a
about
little
how
bit.
we met
went
Trevor.
on. Well, unfortunately, Whaling City Championship Wrestling.
That's
is,
not the name of the promotion.
Whaling
You're throwing
City-
extra C's in there.
Whaling City Wrestling. Whaling Champion Wrestling.
Whaling City Wrestling.
WC Dub.
Yeah, that's it.
So they've been taking some time off. They haven't really been doing,
Yeah, they're taking the December off. We did the November show.
and they're
on
gonna come back with a big show on what date?
January 25th.
That's why I have Trainee here, because I don't have my phone out to check these dates.
I'm guessing that
Are
might
you
be, that
guessing? I
might
should
not
pull
be
my
it.
phone
That might
out.
not be it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting the thumbs up from the thumbs up guy. Thumbs up guy.
That's
the date.
Gave it the okay.
That's the date.
So unfortunately, they're doing their comeback, and we're feuding with the Minutemen. Them guys decided to come out and give us the beatdown. Really hurt.
Oh,
Trainee
is that
number
what we're doing?
9.
We're feuding with the Minutemen.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed. So I call that a feud, my friend. You know what I mean?
All right.
Beat me down and stuff like that.
That's true. Okay.
So, my buddy, Trainee number 9.
Trevor, are you going to be at that show on the 25th?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you going to be reffing, or what are you going to be doing?
Oh, merch, reffing.
They're
Oh,
doing some merch.
master of all trades.
He's
A
going to be
master of all
selling.
trades, ladies.
Excuse me, but I'll take master as well.
Look
I'm
out for
master.
him. He'll be behind our
Trevor is the
merch
master of baiting.
I'll take that also.
That's fine.
booth, selling our brand new T-shirt.
Oh, that's right, Mac. We got a new T-shirt out. It's pretty sweet. I'm actually wearing it, and I'm not even lying to you. I'm really wearing the shirt.
I was wearing it yesterday. The ladies,
I'm
they
very excited
loved
about
it.
the new shirt.
They're
I'm very
like,
excited.
"Oh,
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that T-shirt."
It's
Stuff
pretty
like
nice.
that. Yeah, they were saying all kinds of things like that, and
The new Mac Attack T-shirt, only $10. You can get that at MossaMac.net.
for the low price. And
At
if
the
you
Mac Mart.
ladies out there, we'll give you the super hottie deal. Just come talk to me personally after the show. You know what I'm saying? I'll hook you up with a T-shirt.
The man
super
is not
hottie
lying.
deal.
The man is not lying. He gives
$10.
out the super hottie deal all day and night.
And we even have some combo deals for you fans out
Yeah,
there.
the-
The Mac fans,
The Mac Attack
they
combo
want the
pack.
deals. We'll give it to them. We're not gonna bull crap anybody.
You get the MossaMac Mac Attack T-shirt and Mac Attack the Macumentary.
And
for
I don't know
only
if you've seen it,
$15.
but fans, look it up. It's called Mac Attack T-shirt. New Mac Attack T-shirt. That's what it's called, right?
What is called
If
that?
they want to Google this T-shirt, take a look at it.
No, you go
Purchase
to
it online.
MossaMac.net. You just go to the
MossaMac.net.
website. You don't
Being
have to Google
sponsored by
anything.
this podcast, by the
Right,
way.
yeah, we're bringing that up again. All right. So I think that's enough plugging, right? Value pack is $15, T-shirt and a DVD.
Yeah, I would say it's
T-shirts,
pretty
$10.
sweet. If you fans haven't seen it, check it out. Also,
These are good deals.
Merry Christmas to you
Agreed.
guys out
Right,
there.
we got the Christmas episodes out there. You should check that out. It's all about how Santa Mac saved Christmas or made Christmas. We never really decided.
Santa Mac. It's pretty much his gift to you people.
Yeah, it's the gift to the world, Mac. Santa, monster, whatever one you are.
But we got Trevor Cabral in the studio. I keep saying that doesn't even look like a studio.
No, you're just used to being at the BCC studio.
That's very true, but we got this new equipment. We can pretty much do this podcast wherever the hell we want.
Right, that's what we keep saying.
It's pretty sweet. But Trevor Cabral, we got you in the studio. Training number 1 is going to fire off some questions at you right
is that
now.
what's going on? Trainee is gonna fire off some questions. All right, Trevor, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit right now. You started doing showcase right with us, right? You were there a lot. No, where were you?
Where? Oh,
Where did I meet you, Trevor? Tell me.
Actually, you met me at ACW.
ACW back in
Old
the day,
school,
right?
Absolutely. Couldn't get any more old school than that. And
Right. I'm not sure what that means, but that's fine.
It all started when we went to a show just to check it out.
We went
watch
to a
random
PWE show.
PWE. I don't think they're running anymore.
No,
but
definitely not.
we went to that show, and personally, the first thing I noticed that the lady at the food store, what do they call that? The food table, the concession stand. She was selling her hoagies for really, really cheap, like
Hoagies,
25
like,
cents for this stuff. She was
like a
ripping
sandwich?
herself off. I don't even know what was going
Are you
on.
telling me she was selling hoagies like sandwiches
No, I'm
for
talking
25
about
cents?
the little snack cake things, the hoagies.
Those are not called hoagies.
Hostess.
Hostess. That's a
Oh.
totally different ballgame.
Yeah, rest in peace, mate, by the way.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace to the hostess.
But
Zebra
like
cake
stuff like that,
hostess?
zebra cakes and all kinds of good
Is it? I don't know.
goodies. You know, for 25 cents, it was nuts. But
How much is
anyways,
zebra cakes now? Like they're 25 cents normally. Are you talking about like Snickers and stuff?
I'm talking about the first time I met Trevor. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to talk about. I like to have that good memory
All right,
about
all right. I'm sorry.
25-cent
Go ahead.
candies
Keep going.
when I relate to the first time I met Trevor.
I used to eat at the ACW shows. I used to eat the meatball
We're not
sandwiches.
talking about the ACW shows.
Trevor,
This
no
one-
meatball sandwiches. We're
I'm
not
talking
talking
about the
that
first
yet.
time I met
I'm gonna
you.
talk about you stealing those meatballs
So
from
anyways.
an ACW show, though. Don't you think I'm not?
You know, we're trying to get rowdy. You know, this show tried doing something different. They put the Titantron up, and they tried doing backstage vignettes and stuff like that. So it was a little
Right,
different.
yeah.
We got into the show. We were getting a little rowdy.
We were acting a little rowdy.
And Trevor, the referee, kept, like, leaning over to us and be like, calm down, guys.
Telling us to
Like-
relax and that we were ruining the show.
Like, what's...
We were chanting referee. We just started
Yeah,
cheering
we-
for him
we
after
were
that.
cheering for the ref. That's because we knew Trevor from a friend, from Brian Power.
Right.
And
Did
he,
we?
he
Is
knew
that-
Trevor personally.
Right, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it
yeah.
was. And
Yeah.
so we knew who he was and stuff like that. So we started cheering for him. And then he was like, calm down, guys. You're going to ruin the show. And
Did we go out with you that night? Did you like hang out with us after that, or no? When did? That was just us harassing you at
so,
a show.
yeah, we pretty much just started harassing him at a show. And that's how it all started. We all started hanging out with him and stuff. Eventually, after that, he came into the group because he knew Brian. And we
Right,
made
started
him...
working on the Monster Mack show.
We made him a random guy on the Monster Mack show. He played a bunch of different characters. If you people seen the Men in Black episode,
Yeah,
have people seen that?
I'm sure people in the past have seen it. Yeah, I don't.
It's been out there. He's been on that. He played a random Men in Black guy.
Right.
If you bought the Mack Attack DVD, you of course
You'll
know who
see
Trevor
footage.
is
Yeah,
because
he's on
he
the
makes his
documentary.
3 random
Yeah, he
different
says he
appearances.
says Trevor looks very different in the documentary 3 times. Like
He likes to
it's pretty
change his
outlandish.
look up for the ladies. You know what I mean? Some different ladies like the
I am the man of
different
many
stuff.
styles.
So
Unfortunately, I have to Mean Gene this with everybody. I have to have Monster Mack and Trainee hold the mics for me because there's only 2 mics.
All right, Trevor. Now here's what we're gonna tell.
we're playing the interviewers, and what do you think about that, Trevor?
Trevor, I
think
want to
it's
hear.
wonderful.
You met us, right? You were a PWE referee. You met us. You started hanging out with us. You were around us all during the ACW time, right? Tell me your favorite ACW memory.
Go.
Oh, great! I have numerous memories. I don't know. One was when I was reffing Monster Mack, and I think it was Ray Rancid, and Monster Mack stripped Ray Rancid down to his clothes and just beat him up. It was
Is that the match where I believe he slapped a submission on me, and I had enough strength to continuously pinch the back of Trevor's knees
Yeah.
while he ref?
So that's a thing we used to do to Trevor. We used to mess with him as a referee all the time. But I'm gonna tell Trevor now is a part of ACW at the time. Decides, all right, I'm going to this ACW Christmas party. Now everybody's partying it up. Me and Mack are sitting there. We're banging back some Jack Daniels.
They had some good chicken at that
Yeah,
party.
there's some good chicken. We're
The barbecue.
everybody starts wrestling around. I beat up some random old ACW jobbers and shoot matches and stuff. And I go to get myself a meatball sub, Mac.
Yeah.
And the whole tray of meatballs is gone.
Where did it go, Trainee?
Well, I'm about to find out right now from Trevor. Trevor, let's hear what happened that night.
Trevor, so Trainee goes to get the meatballs. He realizes there's an empty tray, and he's like, what's going on?
Well, it's a pretty good party. You know, I was having a blast. You know,
Tell some stories
from the party. Well,
What do you remember?
Actually, I remember a couple of things. I remember a couple of shoot fights going on there.
Yeah,
It wasn't like really shoot fights. I guess it's more of like an owning.
See,
Yeah.
he's trying to avoid what we're going at here. I'm talking about the meatballs, my friend. Where were they? What happened to them? Let's get to the point here. I think you were pocketing some personally. Did you bring foil yourself to roll up these meatballs and take them home? What's going on here, dude?
Mac, let him tell the damn story.
Yeah, well, he's avoiding it here.
You don't even stop talking yet, man. Jeez.
Just answer some questions. That's all. But all right, fine. I took the whole container. You know, of course I didn't.
The
I
whole
didn't.
container.
Well, I didn't have intentions when I got there to steal them. They were just such delicious meatballs that I ended up taking
You
them
thought
home.
they were so good that you might have
Now, Trevor, you're
yourself
telling
for a
me
few days.
that you come to this ACW party
You did some reffing jobs there, right?
and
You're trying to get your payday. You know what I'm saying?
Where else am I gonna get some delicious meatballs?
all right, so now it wasn't just you, was it? Who else was behind this dastardly feat?
Well, I don't really want to drop names, but I guess I had an accomplice.
You had an
It wasn't
accomplice.
really an accomplice. I was
Yeah.
mostly behind it myself. He
Right, so
just-
you're
he
at the
just knew
party.
about it.
You ate these meatballs. You're like, wow, these are delicious. So you when
Well, I couldn't
does
stop
the
eating
thought?
them.
Oh, so
That's
you just
why.
kept eating them. You just kept
That's
getting
why.
more and more meatball
Yeah,
subs. So you're like, well, so nobody else can enjoy the delicious meatball subs. I'm gonna take this whole tin. So you left the party. Did you leave the party early just so you could steal the meatballs?
I did.
That's
It
ridiculous,
wasn't
Trevor.
too early. It
That's
wasn't too
ridiculous,
early.
Trevor. So
I mean,
you decided, when in your head did you think, like, I'm gonna take this and go home? Was it like while you were leaving, or did you already make you already had the intentions?
No, I mean it was while I was leaving. To be kind of a little fair, you know. I mean it doesn't.
Now, who was your accomplice here? How'd you make your smooth getaway? These are my questions.
Well, like I said, I can't really. I don't want to drop names, but I did have an accomplice.
What did
yeah,
he do?
that's
What was
all.
his role in this
Well, he
thievery of
dropped me off.
meatballs?
He drove me home.
The
You know,
meaty
he gave,
balls.
He gave me the ride home. You know.
Oh, I see. Did he at least get a sandwich for the ride home?
I think I gave him a couple meatballs. I don't remember.
just some
Just
couple
like
balls.
loose meatballs. That's what you gave him for the ride.
I don't know. Maybe I made him a sandwich or two. Who knows?
Who knows, Trevor? Now, all right, that's just one of my favorite ACW moments is of Trevor stealing a tray of meatballs, leaving them in his freezer for days afterwards, and just randomly making himself meatball subs on Dave Oliveira's dime.
Well, that's one story of many. You know.
Right, Trevor. Right.
The Bank Street show was a blast.
There was no Bank Street show, my friend.
Well, it wasn't Bank Street, was it? It was Salvation Army.
Right.
I was actually the only ref that night.
Yeah,
It was
you refed all night.
ridiculous. I was
Yeah.
sweating my balls off. Can we say balls on here?
You
I'm sure
can say
can.
whatever you want, Trevor.
Alright, good. That's
You're talking about the show where McNasty performed I'm a Hater?
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Just to make clear. And
well, you can finish.
what
well-
I was saying was that MonsterMac.net sponsors this podcast.
All right, I don't like the breaking in and promoting stuff.
I'm
dude.
sorry
Just-
about that, but I have to announce it every 5 minutes.
No, you
that's
do
what
not.
it-
No, that
That's what
doesn't-
they tell me.
Nobody's telling. I'm the only one wearing the headset here. Nobody's telling you anything, dude. Stop promoting. Just let Trevor tell his damn story.
How can anybody forget any kind of Monster Mac merchandise?
Trevor,
Forget
Trevor,
that shit.
no,
Alright,
no
my
need for
bad.
the
Yeah,
Askison.
sorry.
All right, I understand. You like our t-shirts, they're dope.
I just know how good we are in general. You know?
Yeah, Trevor. Trevor knows how great we all are as friends
Just
people.
as a product also. You know?
and
Yeah.
a product.
But anyway.
All right, Trevor, stop. That's creepy. Don't call me a product, dude. That's weird. I'm a person. Just stop chanting in the background, Mac.
All right.
I'm just trying to get some stories out of Trevor, man. Jesus.
This is we're wasting a lot of time, unfortunately, precious time. Well,
Yeah.
all right. So anyway,
Continue.
so I was sweating my balls off.
So what's the
But-
story here? It's just you reffing the whole show.
Yeah. Well, also, I remember.
Is this a different memory now? Like
No, we're still on the same
that
one.
whole memory was just like I reffed the whole show.
No,
once.
I just
was
lost my
sweating.
thread.
His
I
balls.
just lost my thread. That's all. I got cut off with the promotions here.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
can't hear you if you move the microphone in circles.
So then obviously McNasty came out
Yeah.
and for Monster Mac entrance, which is pretty sweet. You know, it got a lot more. It got more pops than Scotty Jive when he came out.
Trevor, what are you doing?
What? I mean,
Why? Like,
it wasn't out. Oh, sorry. I mean, it was just because it was just crazy. Because
why
Scotty
are
Jive
you
was a
sucking? Why are
face
you
at the
sucking
point.
my ass? Like,
I'm not trying to. It was just a good memory. Fine. All
yeah,
right,
that's your memory is like.
It was a blast. That's all I'm saying.
I was
I'm
on the
sorry.
Monster Mack show with those Monster Mack guys. They got over his heels.
Well,
They
I'm sorry.
cheered the shit out of him.
I'm just used to doing a documentary for him.
Yeah, what do you
My
think you're used
balls
to doing
are
the documentary
sweaty.
for him, Trevor? You were barely in the documentary. You had a real good time. Such a good time. That's what you were.
So that story was about how his balls were sweaty and he loves our asses,
And-
right?
Yeah. and
We
then
talked about the ass play before. It all goes
Now-
back
yeah.
to that secret ass play on
Trevor's
Trevor.
all about that
Is
ass
it-
play.
But
Oh, that's yeah. What's up?
Fine. A really good memory was being on the Monster Mack show. My first time.
Trevor, all right. We're good, dude.
Really?
I'm taking over what stories we're talking about now.
Oh, fine. Go ahead.
No more your whatever the hell you were talking about. Let's get down to brass tacks. I'm gonna talk about the craziest Trevor story I know.
if Trevor doesn't cut it out, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but if Trevor doesn't cut it out, we're going to have to send him to his room.
Yeah, we'll finish the podcast by ourselves. I'm sure Casey Shooter will come in, finish him the last few minutes if he has to.
We'll close up his little curtain
Yeah,
that he
we'll
has
close
for
Trevor's
a,
curtain.
for a door.
Well, here's one of my favorite Trevor memories. It's the first time, one of the first times we ever hung out with Trevor. We were all at Scotty Jive's house for Christmas.
Yeah.
And Trevor, we somehow talked him into the fact that everybody's first Christmas hanging out at Scotty Jive's house, we tell the how we lost our virginity story. So in
That's
front
a
of
good
in front
one.
of Trevor's, I mean, in front of Scotty Jive's entire family, Trevor told his how he lost his virginity story, which is a pretty hilarious story. It's all about like banging in refurnished bathrooms and his mom walking in and going, bah! Getting caught or whatever. I don't know what the deal is, man. But that's one of my favorite Trevor stories. Trevor,
I don't remember that.
Trevor, let's hear the
one.
story.
I remember the banging in the bushes, but I don't remember that one.
Outside of Durfee, right?
Yeah.
Jeez, it all just piles up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it all does. Well, it's
The two times, it's all just piling on
Yeah,
top of each other.
How's that for redemption? All right. So, yeah, unfortunately, my mom caught me. And
when you were losing your virginity.
no. I mean,
In the bushes at school?
no. Jeez. All right. These are all different times here. This, well, listen, ladies. All right.
Ladies,
I'm a
I'll slap
gentleman
you
here. I'm a gentleman here, so
Yeah,
this. All
You
right,
don't,
anyway,
you don't have to drop the names of the chicks. Like
True,
you don't have to
true.
say like Amanda. Wasn't a few of them named Amanda, or was it just one?
I don't know. I'm sure.
Trevor, why didn't you bang
there's
Amanda's?
multiple-
Why didn't you bang Amanda T's mom? That's my
Wow,
question.
Holy cow! This gets. Well, I don't know. You know, who knows? Who knows who's gonna listen to this? So whatever.
Everybody's
Well,
listening, Trevor.
Exactly. So, but I don't know, man. I just
What story are you telling right now?
Too naive at the
Your
time.
mom
Why
caught
I
you-
didn't
your
bang
mom
the
caught you banging? Your mom
no.
caught you banging. We'll go back to
Oh,
that
okay.
one.
All right. Sorry. Yeah.
This is the story that
jumping too much.
Trevor's going to tell the story that he told at Scotty Jive's Christmas party to Scotty Jive's entire family.
All right. So I'm still in high school, unfortunately.
When this happened?
Yeah.
We were in high school?
Yeah, I was still in high school, sophomore year,
Okay.
and
When you lost your virginity or when
actually,
when Scotty you told this story at Scotty Jive's house? Which one was
actually
that?
no, it was sophomore year when I left. Actually, no, it was my junior year when this situation happened.
All right,
But
continue.
It was sophomore year when I left. Anyway, so you know, we didn't have anywhere else to do it, obviously, you know, so
Why didn't you have a bedroom?
because I was getting my house renovated at the time.
So where were you sleeping?
At a relative's house. I couldn't remember. It was
Why didn't
one
you
of
take
our
him to
relatives.
the? All right, continue.
So, well, because that was the only place that was isolated. So,
All right, continue.
so we brought I brought her into the bathroom of my renovated house, so we could, you know, start up.
Make some love.
Obviously, yeah, exactly. So I'm doing my business, and to tell you, I actually,
business.
I actually heard. The funny thing is I actually heard my mom coming as she caught me. But
Did you say screw it and you just had to finish off?
Or did you stop?
well, actually, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to finish
Yeah,
off,
you were trying to.
and then she caught
you were
me in
trying
the
to
process
finish
of
the,
finishing
the
off.
process.
Well, she didn't catch me.
so your
like,
mom walked in and you're going
No,
buck
no,
wild
I wasn't.
at that point. Like,
no, yeah, she didn't catch me like going. She didn't catch me in action. She caught me in my boxes with
Oh,
my
man,
girlfriend
that's
at the
not really
time.
catching you. I walk around my
No,
house in my
but-
boxes all the time.
But she knew what was going on, and she wasn't too
Oh,
happy
she-
about it. She there was no way.
What do you mean? You could have made up some slick story about how you were.
Your pants were dirty, and you had to take them off to clean them.
Yeah, and you were ironing your underwear.
she in her
that-
boxers
that
too?
Bathroom while the.
She had her bra on, but she kept her bra on when But
There you go.
All right, yeah, yeah.
She had some weird looking wart that you wanted her.
back up
She wanted you to
after-
check out.
Well, yeah, she pulled up drawer after, we found out my mom was in the kitchen, cause you could see the kitchen, you could see like the bathroom from.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the exact way Trevor told the story when he was there. Too. Just confusing, all over the
Everyone
place.
had a-
Everybody's asking
Everyone
weird
had
questions.
at the end of it. That's pretty much how it went down. It was pretty good.
Tell it you had to be there when it happened.
After that story,
I didn't have to be there. I'm glad that I wasn't there, to tell you the truth.
After that story, Trini, I knew I wanted Trevor to be my friend forever. So
Yeah, he just.
he's still
opened-
here. It's great. It's pretty wonderful. If
It
you
is
know
pretty
him.
wonderful.
If you see him at the wrestling shows, shake his hand, give him
Oh, well.
a kiss on the cheek.
Don't kiss his. Well, I mean, I guess you can.
Yeah, sleeping with him.
Well, yes.
Why not?
Why not? Right? Let's hook Trevor
Get
up.
his number. All kinds of good stuff. He's a good man.
Now, I'm gonna tell a little Trevor story that I don't like.
I love it.
I love it now, but it did not then.
I thought it was great then.
Dude, it did not.
I don't even know what the story is. I'm just.
Well, at one point we were all living together.
Yes.
Like there were about 30 of us in that house. No, there were.
We're packing him in.
Yeah, we had a lot of people that were living in that house, but the people that were running the house is
Some were sleeping on the couch.
yeah. Some
Some
were
had
sharing. Ladies
rooms.
were sharing the beds with us. That's weird. Me and you and Trevor were like the guys. You know what I mean? And you know,
The rent payers, he means.
yeah, we were the ones
guys
paying the
who
rent.
actually
Everybody
paid
else
the
was living
bills.
for free. Trevor is gonna go on vacation, and he's gonna go to Florida. Now, Trevor tells me he's gonna go to Florida
He has some relatives
for
in
3 or 4
Florida.
days. He's gonna go visit some
Go
relatives.
visit.
So I'm like, okay, Trevor, that's cool, dude. Trevor flies away. We say bye, Trevor. And those three, Trevor drove away. That's right. I'm sorry, he drove. Did you? Oh, that's right. You went to Florida with that random hippie chick.
Oh, that whore. I
Oh,
can't believe I
oh,
just said that.
You did
Excuse-
just say that.
Excuse me, ladies. I don't use that term often, but I guess
does not.
when it's needed, I guess it's
That
needed.
girl was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. And you recorded over one of my wrestling shows
That was
with
one of
like
those-
you drunk going. What is it? What were you saying?
Oh, those were some dark times, my friend.
Zombieland.
Oh, Zombieland.
Zombieland. Yeah, my
Just
my
drunk
bad,
filming
man.
that. Like, and if it was like you filming yourself banging that girl, I wouldn't even been that mad.
No,
I'd
I
been like,
know.
oh, there goes that LeMay promo or whatever we
That was-
just taped over.
That would have been great Monster Max show footage.
Yeah, we could use that in the future
That would
for.
have been wonderful.
Yeah.
You should have been filming stuff like that, but instead your ass was drunk, and all
you
you
just-
could think of was this Zombieland.
So Trevor meets this girl.
Thought
She
process was-
she razzle dazzles him with some Felicia. I don't know what she does, but she goes all crazy.
yeah, it's powerful.
Trevor
apparently.
is tricked into driving this girl to Florida for free.
Well, I was behind it too, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know you were
Like,
part. Yeah, but all right. So Trevor's supposed to go to Florida for 4 days, and what happens, Trevor? Tell people how long you were gone.
Oh, I was gone for about about a month.
About a month.
About a month. It was
About a
four.
month.
It was 4 weeks.
A little over
I think-
4 weeks.
Little.
No, that's understandable if you can't make it back or some kind of reason. But you figured you would contact the people the rent payers, the people
Right.
you live with.
And now, Trevor, when you got down to Florida, and after 4 days that you were down there, what did you do?
Stayed down there for a couple more weeks.
Now,
Unfortunately.
Trevor, did you reach out to let us know what happened?
No, I didn't, and I should
Did
have.
not. You did not. So
It's-
here's what had to happen. Me and Mack were calling everybody, Trevor's relatives that we have their phone numbers up here, to get phone numbers for people's cell phones down there, and they're not even related. They're divorced, and I'm calling random numbers I don't know, trying to get in touch with Trevor, and instead what Trevor does is he just partied it up down there in Florida. hanging and banging in Florida, not having to worry about working. He's not having to worry about paying bills because he didn't pay the bills. You son of a... Ooh, I hated your guts at that time.
Oh, I did. Like I said, dark times, my friend.
Yeah, dark times. Trevor doesn't pay the bills, doesn't contact us on what's going on.
Dark times for us, Trevor.
Yeah. And he had
A lot of making up to do.
Yeah, a lot of making up to do. And I think it was all justified to me when you eventually came home, and you had to sleep on a highway for multiple hours in a snowstorm in your car because you were stuck. Explain to me, Trevor, what you were thinking at that point. Like, maybe if I would have came home 3 weeks earlier, I wouldn't have been in a snowstorm.
Yeah, that was a good lesson. Good lesson to learn.
Now, how long did it take you to travel from Florida to back to wherever the hell we are?
I'd like to say about 2 days.
You don't know where we are, dude?
About 2 days. Yeah, we're in New England.
Whoa! Don't give it away for the ladies. I don't want
Trevor's
people to
address
be
is.
this place,
I'm gonna give you Trevor's address.
Jesus, you guys got to keep it on the down low. We're on the move. You know what I mean? We got to get things going.
I was just gonna say New England, my friend.
You know, we can't have people crowding us and trying to rub our butts and legs, and we need walking space. You know what I'm saying?
The half an hour is up, Mac.
Oh, Jesus.
I know we
We're
didn't.
gonna have a second pod. We need more Trevor stories on here. Thank you for listening to the part one.
Dude, Jesus. Is that what's going on here? We're gonna just do part 1 and part 2.
We'll have Trevor on again. That's what I'm trying to get to.
We can wrap up this story and then say goodbye properly.
Yeah, well,
You're just like jumping right into part 2 coming out tomorrow.
I don't want to leave it on a down note with Trevor screwing us over. So
No.
that's what I was trying to get at.
No, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Either
wrap
way,
things up.
Trevor gets.
I know I'm still the man.
Right.
Thankfully, but
yeah, we still love you, Trevor. You didn't pay any bills. You didn't let us know. You just left. I still like you, even though you're a jerk. And you had to sleep in a snowstorm. You remember
Ladies,
when you walked in?
He has a steady job now.
He does. Trevor walked in, and I was sitting on the couch watching a movie, and it was his first return. And I looked at him and I said, "Trevor, I know you just had to sleep in a snowstorm, so I'm not going to yell at you. But tomorrow, I'm going to punch you in the face." And we did. We put on MMA gloves, and we each took a swing on Trevor's jaw.
That's right. We each got a punch. I took a hard one.
Yeah, you punched him in the jaw. I punched him in the forehead. I didn't want to hit him in the jaw again.
I hit him in the jaw, but I was aiming for the nose.
That's vicious, dude.
Actually, and I took chops from the Raw crowd.
Everybody that was watching Raw that night, yeah.
Those were quite the Raw
One
crowds.
each. Who was there? Do you remember?
It was multiple people. It was
all right. We'll get into that in part 2. We just thanks for listening to the Trevor podcast.
So we are going with the 1 and 2.
Well,
of course,
no.
It's the Monster Mack podcast.
Yeah, we'll do whatever we want.
We'll have Trevor coming on next time. We'll see you, fans. Thanks for listening.
No, I'm not saying to wrap it up like that quite yet, man. Like,
we're wrapping up.
You're already saying like super goodbye.
We got moved.
How about we like throw out some thank yous or some plugs for websites
and
stuff again?
MonsterMack.net.
Yeah.
We would like to thank you guys.
I want to thank Billy Paz for getting us the hookup for the iTunes business and hooking all this podcast stuff up so we can do it. You're the man, dude. All right, everybody. This has been the Monster Mack Mackcast podcast number 3. Our next one we have set up is going to be with John Muldoon. We're going to be recording that at a showcase show in the basement.
In the basement.
Before the show, yeah.
I look forward to it. John Muldoon's been in the business a really long time. He should have some great
stories. Have some funny stories. And then, we're going to have training number 9 is going to be back. Training
when he gets out of the hospital.
Yeah, when he
gets
out of the hospital. We didn't even get into that. Training number 9.
He
in the
fell
hospital.
down some stairs.
He fell down some stairs. He was already in bad shape. His wheelchair just tumbled on top of him afterwards. He's not looking good.
He didn't know how to use the wheelchair. It was weird, man. He had some problem with it.
I don't know what his deal was. It's one of those
crazy arms.
Yeah, he's got crazy arms. But he'll be back sometime soon. We're going to get a little more detail about that. We'll have another podcast for you before the end of the year, ladies and gentlemen. I am training number 1.
This is Monster Mack.
And Trevor Cabral up in this B.
The man.
He is the man. Everybody have a good night. I love you. Thank you for listening. Marry me, maybe? Or
especially
all of us?
You ladies.
Especially you
That's
ladies.
just for the ladies. Good night and goodbye and good day.
Goodbye, everybody.